This is balancing redox reactions part 3. This is going to be a hard one. I probably would not give you something this difficult on an exam, but certainly they may show up in homework. So the first thing to do is get out your rules and make sure you have them in front of you. And we'll see and write the half reactions. Not too bad. We'll check the manganese here. Oxygen has a -8 and this has a total -1, so that'll be +7 for the manganese, and it's +2 over here, so it changed. And sulfur on this one, oxygen's -2, there's two of them, that's -4, so sulfur is +4. And over here, -8, but it totals up to -2, so sulfur must be +6. So the sulfur and the manganese are changing oxidation states. So I wrote the two half reactions, and we'll start balancing the manganese, the permanganate ion up there and the manganese ion. So the manganese are balanced. I always check that. And now the next thing to do on your list is balance the oxygens. So I have 4 oxygens over here, so I'm going to need 4 waters. Gotta be careful. And now I'll balance the hydrogens. So I have 8 hydrogens on the right over here. I have 8 total hydrogens. And so I will need 8 H pluses over here. So now I'm going to balance charges. You've got to be really careful with this. The manganese is +2. I got +8 over here, -1. So I need to get to +2. So if I add, how many? 6 minus 1 is, so I was having a brain seizure there, a brain fart. I need to add, I did some math over here. I have eight positive charges. I have -1. I need to end up at +2 right here. So the only way to do that is add 5 electrons. That will give me -6. So I'm going to add 5 electrons to the left side. And I'll double check because I was having trouble with this. I got 5 plus 8 is -5 plus 8 is 3, -1 is +2. So that works. So I got +2 on each side now on that one. Let's do the sulfate. The sulfur's balanced. That's fine. Now I'll check the oxygens. And I have 4 oxygens on the right and 2 on the left, so I have to add 2 waters, 2H2O. That means I'm going to add 4 H pluses to the other side to balance the hydrogens. And now I balance the charge. And this got to add up to 0 because this side is 0. So this side is going to have to add up to 0. So if I add 2 electrons, that will total up to 0. All right, I'm going to rewrite these two. So I've rewritten this. Now I got to add them together so that the electrons, and when I cross multiply, it's 5 and 2 electrons, so I multiply the bottom by 5 and the top by 2. That means I'm going to rewrite once more. So 2 times, that'll be 10 electrons plus 16 H plus 2 MnO4. I'm multiplying them out. Yields 2 Mn plus 2 plus 8 waters. In the second reaction, we'll have 10 waters plus 5 SO2 yields 5 SO4 minus 2 plus 20 H plus 10 electrons. And now I can add them together, but before I do that, I'll do some canceling. My electrons cancel. I have some water canceling here, 8 waters cancel here, and that'll leave me 2 waters left. And I have some H pluses canceling here. I have 16 H pluses and 20, so I will get 4 H pluses here. And 2 waters over here. So now I can add them together. So I get 2 H2O plus 5 SO2 from the bottom reaction plus 2 MnO4 from the top reaction minus yields 2 Mn plus 2 plus 5 SO4 minus 2 plus 4H plus. Now, if I did this right, everything should add up to the same charge. So let's check the charge first. Okay. So I have a -2 here because there's two MnO4s. I have a +4 here. I have a +4 here under the H plus and the Mn +2. And I have -10 because there's 5 SO4s. That'll give me -2. That's a good sign. We can check everything else. The manganese are 2 of each of those. Sulfur's 5 of each of those. The only thing left to do is do the oxygens and hydrogens. So the oxygen on this side I have 10, 18, 19, 20, I believe. So I got 8 from here, 10 from here, and 2 here. That's 20. And I better have 20 over here. 5 times 4 is 20 oxygens. Okay, and then the hydrogens. On the left side I have 4H plus, and on the right side I have 4H plus. I'm sorry, I have 4 hydrogens from the water on the left and 4 hydrogens, 4H pluses on the right, so H equal 4. So everything balances. We did it right. That's as hard as they'll get.